out there knows the worth of every detail that a show tries to hide just enough to be found by the key eye of the observer. And the feeling you get when you do is priceless. Sometime, even the individuals out there, the ones that are just obsessed with the series, can make a slip up and miss one. But some other people can find them very easily. So here are some details about Lucifer you may have never noticed. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Number 10. Superman joke. Starting off our list with a Superman joke, or a reference, if you will. It takes part when Lucifer is trying to find Captain Pierce's kryptonite, a term used for someone's weakness, and this is because both of them are wanting the same thing. Killing Captain Pierce for many reasons, not wanting to spoil anything for the new viewers of the series out there. This is a detail easily noticeable for the ones who know the actor who plays Captain Pierce is Tom Welling, best for his role as Clark Kent, Superman, in the TV series Smallville. A little detail that this is well put together in the story of the series, and in the past, both of these two have. Number 9. Star-printed shirt. We all know that the TV show Lucifer is based on one of the DC Comics characters with the same name. Despite being taken from the comic books, it still has a lot of biblical symbolism. In a scene where Lucifer is saying goodbye to Chloe in Season 4, you can see that she is wearing a shirt with stars printed on it, that many fans think has a symbolic meaning in that the name Lucifer means a Latin name for the planet Venus as the morning star and the ancient Roman era. So the interpretation of Lucifer's name here symbolizes that he brings light in Chloe's life and not darkness, like it's commonly believed from the series itself. And while we are here, this means that Lucifer's last name, Morningstar, is just a translation of his name in another language. Number 8. The original sin. Eve presented as the doer of the original sin, eating the apple from the tree, the forbidden fruit, adding to the previous segment. There is another symbolic meaning in the series in that everywhere she goes or is seen in a scene, there is an apple of some sort. Whether she is wearing something with an apple print, a chalkboard in the background with Apple logos, or simply a bowl of apples sitting in the corner of the room. And if this is not enough, in the first appearance, when she arrives in Lux in Season 4, Episode 3, she says, "So many options." And looking at the wall of alcoholic beverages, guess what? She orders an apple teeny, adding up to the fact all of these details that the show has managed to hide right before your eyes. Yes, a symbolic meaning, but very professional nonetheless.
I'll have an apple teeny.
Number 7. Not much of an obvious reference. Next, we have one of the many references throughout the show. A very subtle one, but also one to not be seen easily. A well hidden in the midst of it all. When Chloe was telling Lucifer about the prophecy she heard from Father Kinley, Lucifer cuts her off, with a skeptical response, of course, saying, "What is it this time? A frog about to start falling from the sky? Or perhaps winter is coming?" Which the latter is well known across the globe, a slogan that refers to the Game of Thrones. A detail that only a few know, just for the sole reason of watching the show very closely with a keen eye for detail, and for the second or third time, not wanting to miss anything at all. Number 6. Cancelled TV show. In a scene when Father Kinley visits Lucifer's apartment above Lux with no invitation, more like an intruder, they have a little conversation before Kinley giving Lucifer his name card after explaining to him that he is not a normal priest, a different one. Nothing out of the ordinary, just not the same congregation, more of like a private investigator. When Lucifer takes the name card, there is a line. Sounds like a soon-to-be-cancelled TV show. Other than mocking Kinley for his strange behavior, it is more a reference to prior events that happened before Season 4 of the show being cancelled before Season 4, but more of that a little bit later. A segment that was very hard for everyone, but it got through, and thank God it did. You see, what I did here, right? Another one of the references that are well put together, like many in the show, across all of the seasons so far.
Vatican investigator. Sounds like a soon-to-be-cancelled TV show. Oh, I assure you it's a very real job.
Number 5. Bluebell. If you are a fan of Benedict Cumberbatch's Sherlock Holmes, there is something in Lucifer for you too, and you will definitely appreciate this reference. In one of the scenes, there is a picture of a rabbit on the refrigerator with the name Bluebell written on it. Most of the fans say that the name comes from the flower bluebell that is also present in the drawing, but I'm pretty sure it's a reference to Sherlock's The Hounds of Baskerville episode from season 2 and the rabbit named Bluebell. An interesting detail is that in the series, Bluebell was glowing at night according to the girl that owned the rabbit. So Lucifer in Latin means light bringer. So the light-emitting compound that makes organisms luminescent is actually named after Lucifer. This is a far stretch, but worth mentioning that the directors pointed it out as a very hidden detail in the series, or so we think it is. Number 4, #SaveLucifer. Next on our list, we have one of the unconventional details out there and in our list. In Season 4, one episode particularly, Episode 9, was titled Save Lucifer. Nobody really suspects anything when they see it, and you think it's just the context of the episode or a heads up for a scene in that particular episode. But here, that is not the case. The title of the episode, the idea came from the fans. After Fox stated that they are canceling the show after the 3rd season, the fans around the world started to make sort of a movement under the hashtag #SaveLucifer. When Netflix delivered the news of them buying Lucifer from Fox and released Season 4, the fans were more than happy, thrilled even for their favorite show continuing forward. Not only that, but they were rewarded with a title of their movement hashtag in a title of an episode. A well-deserved one at that. A big honor made from Netflix that made every fan heard. Number 3, Crisis on Infinite Earths. I will be honest, this is a little bit off the books, but still involves our beloved Lucifer Morningstar, the devil, the one and only. In a 4-part crossover, he had a cameo in the Arrowverse's Crisis on Infinite Earths. Many fans from both series were thrilled and surprised when Tom showed up on the scene. The devil that he is, after a short chit-chat and the signature move of what you truly desire, we learn that he owes a favor and some other things, but that is not important right here. One of the details that has blogged us is the name of the parallel Earth that John Constantine and his friends visit on their adventure, seeking what they need, and that Earth is 666. A very small detail written on your screen that you won't particularly take a very big interest in. A very forthright right in front of your eyes. This is why we are here to point out, and as we all know, what is really important here is the number 666, which is widely known as the devil's number. Number 2, supernatural references. There are many references between both of these mythological series that share the same genre, but we will mention some of the not-so-obvious ones that need a little bit more thought put into it. So first and foremost, when Remiel arrives on Earth, Amenadiel asks her if she has gotten tired of Cassiel. That reminds us of Misha Collins' Castiel. So maybe there will be some sibling action in the future with this name mentioned in the series. Another reference that popped up is the name of Amenadiel's newborn child, Charlie Jack, a well-known in Supernatural, a person who is half angel, half human, an exact replica of the child that Amenadiel and Linda have. There are many more, but most of them are obvious, and most you already know them, so we will save